It's Hoodrich Radio live on your airwaves. You know what it is. DJ Scream, Corey B, DJ Spins. It's time for the Superstar Check-In. Today, we have the wonderful, beautiful, the so important Karen Civil in the building. Hoodrich Radio, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
This is still surreal to me. Like, Karen Civil, this was on our wish list of, like, interviews, like, next to Oprah and Obama and stuff.
Oh, man. That's how you going to hit me?
And I was serious. I'll show you the wish list. It was like, we got to get Karen Civil, Obama, Bill Gates, you know, those type of people.
I appreciate it. I'm here for Luda weekend.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I was like, I have to make sure I stop by here.
I appreciate that.
So yeah.
How has the Atlanta experience been so far?
It's been really good. Like I have my group of friends here. Ming, Angela Yee from New York is here.
Shouts to Angela.
And Luda, Shaka, and just that whole team is taking care of me.
Good.
We went to Privé last night.
Right.
Intense.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
And even before that, we had the pre-gaming in the hotel bar.
Yeah.
They probably were a little upset at us.
Right.
But it was nice. It was nice. I'm liking this. I'm liking this.
So you got some of that Atlanta experience. Have they taken you to throw money on women yet and slap asses?
No, we were talking about hitting the strip club, and they were telling me the different ones.
Right.
So we may do that after. We're supposed to go to Compound tonight.
Right.
So we may do that after Compound. And
okay.
I think that'll be the full experience.
And did you get your soul? You gotta get your soul food. Like there's Busy Bees, there's Pascal's, there's This Is It.
Why don't you take me?
I'm gonna take you to get some soul food.
All right.
Fried, greasy, all that.
All
hot,
right.
no air conditioning, the fishnets on the head, the cornbread, all that.
Okay, let's do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's do
so
that.
talk to us about Karen Civil, man. For anybody that might not be familiar, which they should be, like this brand is so powerful, man. Like you really represent for the women in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Every woman really respects you. The men respect you as well. Like, where did this brand start from? Like, how did it get to this point where it's like you got to have Karen Civil to kind of endorse your stuff to make it official? Like,
so I started my site a few years ago, and it was just, you know, I was working with Dipset, and then I decided to leave, and I was working with Max B. Then he caught his case, and I was like, you know what? I've branded people for so long. I was like, it's time I brand myself. I know all these different artists who are coming up, and I just want to have a blog where I could talk about music I like.
Yes.
So started off with, like, there was Drake, Nipsey Hussle, just people I found on YouTube or just off of Twitter.
Right.
And I started my whole, like, civilized talk, the introduction and different things. And you know, back then I'd partner with, I forget this DJ who would give me Empire mixtapes.
Right.
So he would give me exclusives.
Yeah.
So then I'd have the interviews, and then I'd have the exclusive music.
Right.
So that's what people started to know me for, and it just honestly just grew. This was something I was like, you know what, I just want to put all the music I like, show people, you know, who I think is hot. Yeah. And now everywhere I go, it's like, oh, you got to put me up. Check out my CD, check out my this. It's a bit overwhelming, but it's blessed more than anything, because I always want to use my platform to give people an opportunity to show the world what they can do, because I just, you know, it's about paying it forward, and I just love music more than anything.
Have you always done music?
I mean, yeah, it started.
Were you ever a rapper, singer, dancer, anything?
That's the thing.
You're smiling. I think you're lying to me. I think you got a couple rap songs out there.
No, I am on We Fly High.
Okay.
People don't know that. Yeah,
wow.
I'm the girl on that. But I don't do no rapping, no singing, no none of that. I knew I couldn't do that. I was like, all right, I'm going to be a behind the scenes person, but I'm going to let people know it's fly to be behind the scenes. You don't always got to be the one to shoot the ball. You could be the one that calls the plays.
Definitely.
So, you know, it's working in my favor. So I had the site. Then I was able to start my Always Civil enterprise business. You know, it started with Wayne, Jeezy, Mary J. Blige, Pusha T, Funkmaster Flex. So I got a nice roster. So
what's the aim? What's the aim? What's the ultimate aim for Karen Civil's brand now that it is so elite? Like, what's the next step or the aim for it?
More than anything, I want to continue to grow my, you know, my marketing digital company, Always Civil, you know, besides working with artists, working with companies, so they get a better understanding of the consumer and the audience, not thinking, you know, we can just take anything. You know, I love what Swiss Beats is doing now with, you know, from Reebok and certain companies. It's not just take. It's giving back to the community, showing them how to do certain things, and kind of just things like that. So yeah, it's just really about my Always Civil enterprise business, and just taking marketing to a whole nother level. Yeah.
Dope. Karen Civil is in the building. Hoodrich Radio. Hit us up on the Twitter at DJ Scream, at Karen Civil.
Yes, on everything.
Now, I imagine you have a lot of male admirers.
Yes.
Do you have any crazy stuff that happens, like when you go out to clubs, or I'm sure you get crazy tweets and all that stuff from guys saying crazy stuff? What's the craziest thing that's happened?
You know, I think most recently I was downtown, like my off day, had my sweats. I was getting gas. This was downtown LA, and I see this truck go past me and then come back. And in my mind, maybe I just watched too much Wire or just too much TV. I think I'm like, they're about to hop out. I don't know what's about to happen. It's like late in the evening. But like all these dudes hop out and walk towards me, but they just actually hand me a CD. It scared the shit out of me.
Wow.
Like I had the gas nozzle and I just threw it up. I was just like, if they're about to attack me, I'm about to set them on fire. I'm about to do something. Set them on fire.
That's so adorable. Did you think about reaching for your gun? Does Karen Civil own a gun?
No, but my brother does, and he has great aim.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Let's talk about this topic. This is actually our topic of the night on a more serious note. We've been turning on the TV and we've been seeing a lot of elementary schools, preschools, kindergartens, all this stuff where kids have guns, and they're coming into the school with guns. Now, what do you think might be the reasoning for that? Like, of course, some people want to blame it on music. Other people might say it's TV. Other people might say it's just their parents and their upbringing or not having the proper upbringing. But what do you think the reason for that is, and how do you think we solve it?
I mean, this has been an ongoing problem for years. You know, we've had Columbine. We've had so many different situations. But it wasn't, you know, we paid attention to it, but it was more in, you know, those white rural areas where, you know, it wasn't just our community. We just need stricter gun laws. You know, people can talk about things. You're always going to see stuff in movies, people blowing stuff up and everything else, and hearing certain songs and music. I mean, hearing certain lyrics and things in music, but to me, it's just honestly stricter gun laws and just, you know, parents being more careful and safe on where you put your weapons. You know, who has access to them. And you know, there are those older folks in the family who's just, all right, I just put it away. You know, there's that 13, 14-year-old who knows where it is. It's honestly just stricter gun laws and having a better relationship with the children in your house.
So what do you say to the people that want to blame it on hip hop music? Because every time something happens, it's just so easy. Like, oh, it's just damn rap music.
You know, it's more than hip hop music. Like the kids from Columbine wasn't listening.
They
to
weren't
Rick
listening
Ross.
to hip hop, right?
You know, they weren't listening to Jay-Z. They did what they did. So you know, people tried to blame it on somebody like a Marilyn Manson, but again, it's understanding your child. You know, knowing when somebody is dealing with a mental issue, that's really where it lies. It's like people don't want to talk about that. You know, especially in our community, it's just like you're not allowed to be depressed. You're not allowed to be sad. You're supposed to just get over it until something happens. You know, people are questioning everything else. But it's honestly, there are a lot of kids who are going through mental issues, who are dealing with depression and just all these other psychological problems. You know, that's where it starts. Yeah, children just want someone to talk to.
Generally, most of the time, even when I go talk to you, they say, I didn't really have nobody to talk to about it. So you're right.
Yeah.
So talk to me about how it feels to kind of, you know, you're a motivation for a lot of women, like seriously. And I can feel that you're humble and you're gonna be humble about it. But it's like I have older sisters and they don't really listen to rap music, but they even like, who's this Karen Civil person? Like she's just so dope. I'm like, how do y'all even know what dope is? Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, I don't even know what Karen Civil is. Like, how does that feel? And to be one of the people that can kind of be an inspiration for women in a positive manner. Not to say that other women aren't, but you know, you're not half naked on TV. You're not this. You're not that. You have a good name for yourself. Like, how does that feel?
It's wonderful more than anything, and it's very inspiring. You know. Doing this, like I was that antisocial, weird kid, but you know, growing up, I realized like I'm just gonna accept me. I'm gonna do things my way. You know, I'm just going to be Karen, and that's okay. Everybody's not gonna be, you know, captain of the cheerleading team or be able to run with the ball. Whatever it is that you do and you do well, you know, you just go for it. And that's just always been my thing. You know, I've always been an online digital type of person. And I said, this is, you know, in school they told me that's not really a career. I said, well, it's not a career to you now.
Right.
But we're moving forward in a whole nother space and generation where
Right.
you guys are listening to tapes now. This
Right.
shit won't exist.
Right.
So I'm moving in that direction.
Right.
So it worked in my favor where people are saying this isn't a career. I said I'm going to make it a career.
Yeah.
I'm going to create my own lane and things of that nature. And you know what? More than anything, it's inspiring.
Yeah.
So it's you know.
Who inspired you?
I'd say there's the Funk Master Flex,
Mm-hmm.
Angela Yee,
Mm-hmm.
Angie Martinez, of
Mm.
course.
Mm-hmm.
Joey IE is another great person.
Mm.
I just and it's just it's everyday women that I surround myself with.
Right.
So it's just good people like Robin from Baller Alert, my friend Ming, who lives out here. So it's just it's really who you surround yourself with. I like more than anything, I want my circle to consist around dope women doing things in their field, and we come together, and it's just like, what's that saying the girls say, like, you know, bad chicks link up, but it's not all about outer beauty.
Right.
It's just chicks with brains who
Right.
are doing things, who are just moving the culture and just the generation forward.
Right. You see yourself like having an artist, like signing an artist or something, like?
I eventually, like, you know, I worked with Max B for a little bit, then he caught the issue.
Right.
I worked with Wale for a little bit, then, you know, he went over to Interscope. So I don't know. It's a little bit hard.
If Karen Civil could sign, let's just get to it. If Karen Civil could sign one artist, who would it be?
Right now?
Yes, Karen Civil Records.
I like two people. I like Rich Homie Quan.
Okay.
I like what he's doing.
Right.
Who else is unsigned?
They can't be signed. That wouldn't be right.
Signed.
Yeah, Rich Homie Quan.
Rich Homie Quan.
Could sign Lil B.
No. Bass God. I mean, he's dope.
He is.
But no, I think
he needs some social marketing and digital.
No, I wouldn't sign him. What's the kid from
Shouts
Chance
to
the
Lil B,
Rapper?
by the way.
I like Chance. I actually got to see him in LA perform. He was really, really good. And I don't think Absol is fully signed technically.
Okay. Right.
So Absol is another one. So those are my three right now.
Now we don't want to overdo this topic, but I have to ask you because you'll be the first person to give a female opinion on this topic. When you heard Kendrick Lamar on Outta Control, like what were just your thoughts? And you're from New York, but you live in LA.
Yes.
So you know about the King of New York line. Yeah. And you heard him compare himself to some of the greats.
Yeah.
A lot of New York people took offense to him putting himself in the place of Biggie. And then he went down the list and said all these other people, you're just new people and I'm just out to try to just basically shit on you. What were your thoughts?
I mean, that's really what competition is about. We're in a place where everybody just want to be friends and be subpar. He's like, you know, I'm coming into this, we're cool, but at the end of the day, this is a competition, you know, and I want to be great, just as great as Jay-Z and Biggie. And he's just letting it be known. To me, it's not arrogance. It's confidence within his craft. Right. So it was good because look what he did for hip-hop. It made people step up and find confidence in their music. People I ain't even heard from J.R. Ryder in a very long time.
Right, definitely.
And he went to the booth. Yeah. And then 2 weeks later, nobody's doing anything. So it's just like, I like what he did with that song. I know what his intentions were. It was always in a good place. He's not trying to diss anybody, but he's just letting you know, like, I'm confident within what I do as a rapper that I'm taking it to the next level.
And I think it's dope that he just spoke his mind because I think a lot of people don't speak their mind.
Yeah, nobody says names anymore. It's just like people shooting to the air.
Right.
So he was just like, nope, Drake, Wale, Mac Miller, I'm shooting in your direction. Right. So, you know, and again, these are all people who are still cool, cordial, but he just let it be known, like, all right, we cool.
And Drake came out to say on Billboard that he's like Kendrick's not
but that's
murdering me in any type of way.
But that's what you're supposed to do, though. You're supposed to. Everyone is supposed to think like in my field.
Without being violent. Without being violent. That's hip hop.
Everyone is supposed to have confidence within what they do because they know they know and they think they're the best. That's just what it is. It's not arrogance at all. What is he supposed to say? No, I think Drake's better than me. Nobody want to hear that.
Right. That's not hip hop.
So yeah,
it's boring.
Not at all. I like that. He brought that. He brought that confidence and he brought that hunger back out that we missed. So we had a great week of spectacular music. Then we went next week. We're talking about Miley, and it's boring again. So Kendrick starts shooting again.
That's hilarious, man. Before we get out of here, of course, we all want to know what's Karen Civil's type of man. What's your type of man?
Like Pun said, I regulate every shade. I don't have I don't have a like color of preference, but he just has to understand what I do. And I'm old school. I always want a man to be confident and come first. So have a great job. You know, he's gonna need to lead the relationship. I'm not trying to be the Oprah to his Stedman.
Right? No, definitely. Right.
Yeah, nah. So you know, I want like that Will and Jada kind of feeling where we're both, you know, a power couple. Well, let me take that back. B and J, where we're both a power couple and we're both doing great.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. How difficult is it for you to just date and mingle and just meet men?
It's difficult more than anything because sometimes you don't know what people's intentions are.
Right.
Like, do they have an artist? Do they want to get on? Do they just want to be seen? Are they undercover?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a little bit hard, but I got my eye on somebody. We working it out. We'll see what happens.
Now, Hoodrich Radio is the total place where you let exclusive stuff happen. So right now, it's an exclusive of Hoodrich Radio. Karen Civil has her eye on.
Oh, I'm not saying.
She's not gonna say. It's
that's
exclusive.
That's gonna mess.
Do you know what the blogs are doing in the morning?
Fine, I have my eye on a great guy.
A great guy. There you go. Karen Silva has her eyes on. Blog that.
Yeah.
Karen Silva, salute for coming through Hoodrich Radio. Welcome to the ATL again. Tell everybody about your website, of course, and give them your Twitter and your Instagram and everything.
Oh, definitely check out the website, KarenCivil.com, giving you all exclusive music and entertainment. And my Twitter, Facebook, well, Twitter and Instagram is at Karen Civil. Facebook, make sure you like the page, Karen Civil website. We're almost at 1 million people.
There it is. Salute to Karen Civil again. It's Hoodrich Radio. DJ Scream, Corey B, DJ Spins. Yeah.